I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm sorry. It's too early morning.
Szok. Szok, rozpacz, niedowierzanie.
President Duda, it seems, it is striking to me how strong the West has been, and other parts of the world as well, in supporting Ukraine. Do you think that the response is strong enough? And more importantly, what everybody worries about is will it stay strong? Robert Gates and Condoleezza Rice wrote an article recently in which they said Putin's goal, his strategy, is that he will outlast the West. The West may be strong now, but it will start splintering as energy crises happen, as financial crises happen. Do you worry about that?
First of all, I would like to thank you for your invitation, me to sit here with in such a distinguished group of the participants of that panel, and with the Deputy Prime Minister of Ukraine, and in this very room with the First Lady of Ukraine, Olena Zelenska. Olena, thank you for coming. I know that here in this room there is a lot of real friends of Ukraine. I see also the President of Latvia, Egils Levits. Egils, thank you for coming. Ukraine, I know very well that, I know very well, not only because we are talking about it all the time here, but I know very well because 6 days ago, I talked in Lviv with Volodymyr Zelensky, and I know very well that Ukraine needs weapon, as I said yesterday, and once again, weapons. Weapons are crucial now because this war is really very difficult. This is not the end of the war. Russia is not defeating. They are still Russians. They are still very strong. There is a lot of Russian soldiers in the front line, and we are afraid that they are preparing themselves to the new offensive in a few months, probably. So this is crucial to send now additional military support to Ukraine, especially modern tanks, especially modern missiles to defend Ukraine, but first of all to stop Russian offensive. And this is crucial element. Is it enough? This is the question. I'm afraid it's not. That this assistance we've just sent to Ukraine is still not enough. Ukraine needs more our efforts, needs more our aid, and we should mobilize ourselves to help them, because the situation is really difficult. And I'm afraid now it is, and it will be in a few, maybe months, maybe weeks, a crucial moment, next crucial moments of this war. And this moment will answer for the question, will Ukraine survive or not? I am a neighbor of Ukraine. I'm a president of Poland. Poland is, as you know, member of NATO and member of European Union. We understand Ukrainians. We know that they really want to be members of the Western society, members of the Western political community, members of the Western security zone, security area, so they want to be members of European Union, they want to be members of NATO, but first of all, they have to survive. They have to maintain their country, they have to maintain their sovereignty, they have to remain free, and now this is crucial, we have to help them. They want to have democracy, and we are members of democratic countries, so for us, this voice of Ukrainian society, should be crucial. Their will is to be part of the real European society and part of the North Atlantic society. We should hear them. We should listen their voice. Thank you.
President Duda, you talked about how you believe how urgent and important it is to act now. But I do want to ask you a little bit more about this question of the staying power, partly because your country has done an extraordinary job that I think sometimes we don't adequately recognize. You've taken in over 2 million Ukrainian refugees, and there are no refugee camps. These are all people who are being housed individually by individual Polish families in their homes. Do you think this can go on for years? I mean, you're a politician, you understand, do you get the sense the Polish people are getting tired of playing the role of host to all these refugees?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for this very important words. Because I want to stress that I'm really very proud of my compatriots, Polish people. They didn't need any encouragement to go to the borders to help Ukrainian refugees. We call them Ukrainian guests because they are our neighbors and guests. They are in very difficult situation, but we fully understand that if there is anything we can do for defenders of Ukraine, for Ukrainian heroes who defend Ukraine every day, for those fathers, brothers and sons, we should protect their families, their wives, their children, their sisters, carry on them, and we are trying to do our best. As neighbors, and this is something we know very well. Yes, this is something we treat as a natural thing, as a normal behavior. This is the first. Second is assistance. Poland remains committed to continuing to provide Ukraine with military equipment. Ukraine needs to defend its sovereignty, to defend its independence, to defend its border, and to, I hope, to win this war and to defeat Russians. Because this is a crucial element. So I'm very grateful, Mr. Secretary General, dear Jens, for this very important words you said a minute ago, because, as I said before, we talked with President of Lithuania, with Gitanas Nausėda. We talked, we had a meeting in Lviv 6 days ago. We called this forum Lublin Triangle, Lithuania, Poland, and Ukraine. So there was a meeting of 3 presidents. And we talked about the coming NATO summit in Vilnius, yes? And we said to Volodymyr Zelensky, Volodymyr, we can assure you that doors to NATO are still open for Ukraine, and we support your future membership in NATO. Volodymyr said, okay, guys, thank you very much. I'm really grateful, but listen, frankly, I don't want to hear the same story once again, okay? I need guarantees. I can understand that you can't agree on our full membership in NATO now because we have war. And taking into account Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty, it's impossible, and I understand it, he said. But I need guarantees. I need guarantees for my country. I need guarantees of security. And please talk with your NATO allies, because we need it. We need it immediately. And if you decide to give us these guarantees during the upcoming NATO summit, it will be real success. Success of NATO and success of Ukraine. And this is crucial. So, Mr. Secretary General, I will be very grateful.